Summer is almost here. That means it's wedding season. So we've designated it Wedding Week right here on Tennessee Mornings. We are getting you ready and helping you plan the perfect wedding. And I know no one better to come in and talk about cakes than my friend, Mr. Jay Qualls, celebrity cake designer. Beautiful always. How are you?
Good. I'm glad to be back.
So glad to have you back. Okay, so the hot trend right now, you were showing me this just a second ago when we were off the air. This is one of the things that you're doing. People will bring in maybe a little piece of their dress or show you the design of their dress, and then you use it for the cake.
Yes, it's great inspiration.
I love
you
it.
know, we draw inspiration from everything.
Right.
From wallpaper to fabric to textiles to photographs, you know, and it's trendy like fashion. You know, cakes really change trends throughout each season.
That cake looks like the lace pattern that you have under it. How do you do that, Jay? Can you tell me, or is it a secret?
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of different ways of recreating something like this. There's lace molds.
Okay.
This particular lace, though, is a French lace from Inez de Santo, who is a really famous, wonderful lady, Canadian wedding cake designer, wedding dress designer. And she sent me the lace to recreate a cake inspired by the lace of one of her new gowns.
Beautiful.
And so what I did with this was I roll gum paste and fondant, and then I emboss the lace into the sugar, and then I applique it right onto the cake. It's fun, it's beautiful, it's relevant to the bride, which is really, really important whenever you're designing a cake for a bride. You want it to be relevant to her taste, to her style, to the essence of what she's trying to do in the reception.
Right.
So we take all those things into consideration.
Now, the next one that you have, these are gorgeous, and this is something that a bride-to-be could think about. You've done these beautiful flowers. You said this is out of gum paste, and then they're added on almost like a floral centerpiece on your cake.
Right. You know, there's brides who have different styles, so it's really important to pay attention and give them options. Some brides love florals on their cake. This is a very classic traditional cake. This is has a garden, a yellow, soft yellow garden rose on it with some rosebuds and some stephanotis with my triple beaded border on it. And this is our Wedgwood white cake that we've done several times in ivories and whites and creams and white. Timeless and classic. This is for a bride who's, you know, very southern, she wants a timeless look. This cake design is actually 8 years old.
Is it really?
Yeah, and it's still relevant to the marketplace today.
Now, this is something that's a little bit different because this is actually hand painted.
It is. It's
beautiful.
I wanted to do something really different this year. I mean, it's not a new technique, but it's a new technique for this marketplace here in Middle Tennessee. And we took some fabric. I found some inspiration for a piece of fabric. I took it, and me and one of my other decorators that is an amazing artist, she and I picked the color palette and we painted on these two layers, and then on this I did it unfinished so I could show you the options. Like a bride could then come in and say, so these colors could be changed completely. Then in the middle of this layer we've left blank, but what we're going to do is probably pipe some beautiful vine work on it, and then use some three-dimensional leaves with gum paste to put on top of the hand painted.
Well, there are all kinds of tips and secrets that Jay is sharing with us. We'll have more of those. We'll send those out on our website and also via Twitter. Thank you so much for coming in, Mr. Jay Qualls.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
The best in the business when it comes to cakes. All right, Nick, over to you.